views matter.
Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Sastakar, namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show. And today I have Michael with me on the board. And I hope you can hear me well, Michael. And we're going to discuss, of course, about immigration. And I'm going to open the lines as early as I can today. The number to the studio, 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And anything I'm going to tell you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney. And our office law firm phone number is 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And the number to the studio today, 510-657-1170. Of course, we're going to start up with a lot of news on immigration. I don't know where to start. First of all, I just read that it seems like there are more kids that got detained as immigrants at the border. It's kind of heartbreaking, and it's a lot more. So many of them probably have disappeared. We don't know where they are, and our heart goes to all those children who pretty much don't know what's going on and just suffering in all the problems. And they usually come from countries where there are wars, and they travel all the way to Mexico and then come in. So I hope people understand that situation, and it's really heartbreaking. That's number one. Number two, now, let us talk a little bit about H-1B season. It's opening in the few, it's starting. As from now, we need to start collecting the documents, the cases, etc. So if you need help, please reach out to us, 510-742-5887. As you know, we have not really gotten a final say on basically on what's going to happen in the new H-1Bs, new quota. So I recommend that you pretty much kind of watch and see. So in the meantime, I think what's happening, they were planning to change it, but then with the shutdown and all the stuff. So it's really kind of a little bit confusing, because a lot of people are thinking things are not really going what they were expecting, but the truth is that everything is pretty much going on a standstill right now, with the shutdown going, I think, on the 27th day now, 27th or 28th day. So you need to kind of bear with us now. A lot of cases in court are rescheduled because the courts are not operating. However, USCIS is operating. I repeat that. USCIS is operating because they are a paid agency. Having said that, many of the new rules and things like that might be kind of going slow now, but at the end of the day, it's still operating. It's only the courts and few other federal agencies that are shut down. And also, for people traveling, I usually don't do that because I had a lot of issues with TSA before, but I wanted to give hats off to them, working really in a time when they're not getting paid, so it's kind of a little bit hard on them, and I really want to. And I have good friends working for the TSA. I say hang in there. Hopefully there will be some kind of solutions that we will see. And again, the number to the studio is 657-1170. Any questions you have about immigration, you can go ahead and call the studio line, and we will be glad to answer. Just to let you know, a lot of people call me at the office, say, you're giving some ideas on the radio. Why are you not giving free consultation? I can't do free consultation, unfortunately, because it's too time-consuming. But we do consultations. They are paid, but when it comes to the radio, I try my best to basically offer that service at least once a week. So please call us. It's not a consultation, by the way, on the radio. It's more educational. So feel free to call 510-742-5887. And let me know, Michael, if there are any callers so that I can kind of stop the talking about the topics I'm going to talk about. So today we are going to talk, of course, about what's happening out there. on immigration front, and we are seeing one of the things that I'm seeing a lot of people calling about are denials on their change of status to H1 from F1. And suddenly you see a denial stating that, oh, you went out of status while you were on OPT because you didn't comply, for example, and which means as from August 9, you were, even if you were out of status before, because the memo kicks in, well, you were not out of status before because the rule of a student visa was very different, but with the memo which kicked in on August 9, what it did, it actually made people kind of go out of status for any F1 violation. And once you're out of status for more than 180 days, you get penalized for it because when you go outside, you won't be able to come back for 3 years. So if you count August 9, 180 days falls around February 5th. So a lot of denials you're getting, and they're mentioning that date. So be very careful. You need to make a move. Either you leave the country or you need to file a case or something else, but you need to get moving ASAP. So if you need help, give us a call, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And this is not the only problem we're seeing with student visas right now. We're seeing a lot of issues where people themselves, a lot of people who came to the U.S. were on student visa, suddenly they see themselves out of status because of that memo. So it's not, you have to be careful. If you're on OPT, make sure you're compliant with your OPT. For example, when it comes to regular OPT, even volunteer work is kind of accepted. I say it's kind of. But when it comes to STEM OPT, which is extension they call it, you are not allowed to take volunteer work. You have to get paid for it. And usually, if you look at the Form 983, which is filled, and you submit to your DSO, the designated school official, you will have to mention even a salary. And they're kind of, if you look at also at the explanations and guidance, the 983 requires that you at least meet the requirements of the prevailing wage, kind of. So you need to be careful whenever you're dealing with your case now as a student. And today I'm going to, before I go forward, let me take advantage of the situation. There is this one of my clients actually also, and I was contacted by their family, and unfortunately she had an unfortunate accident and she fell into a coma, and they are kind of asking basically that people actually kind of contribute, because she's a student here, and they have started a GoFundMe for her, and I posted that on our Facebook page on Peerally Law, facebook.com Peerally Law. Please, I urge you all to actually donate and help her, and it's important because we have to help one another, and she's really in bad shape right now. And the GoFundMe, I'm going to try to find the link right now, and the link is actually on our Facebook page. But I would like you to make sure that you understand that she needs some help, and if you can just pass the help to her, and try your best to share also the link. And again, I'm going to mention it a little bit later in the show. And it's really kind of a sad situation. You are here in the U.S., you don't have many people here, and still you find yourself that in a very awkward position when you end up in the hospital, and so it's not something easy for her. And she's really, like I said, her name is Shri Harsha, GoFundMe page, and I will have to put the link because it's kind of hard to mention the link here, but I think you should be able to find it there. And it's kind of sad. Like I said, she had a brain stroke, and she had undergone surgery, and I think it's costing them, I think, $150,000. And luckily, a lot of people in the community have donated, and they have reached 80,000, but they still need help there. So it supports Sriharsha journey to recovery. If you go on GoFundMe, you should be able to put this there. So please donate generously, and if you have any questions, feel free to call me 510-742-5887. And again, it's a GoFundMe fundraiser for someone who had a brain stroke and a student, and she needs help, so try your best to help. So let us now talk a little bit about, since I'm talking about students here, let me continue on the student situation. A lot of students find themselves really in bad shape right now under Trump, and they feel like they are pretty much trapped because they don't have much. They cannot do much. They're stuck. They are not getting an H-1B, and the few companies hiring an H-1B are also hesitant to hire. But having said that, a lot of companies are still hiring. So if you need help with your H-1B moving from H-1 or you name it, please feel free to reach out to us, 510-742-5887. And as I mentioned earlier, so far we have not seen a change in the new H-1B, although they proposed it. There would have, if the proposition goes through, then what will happen, there will be what we call a pre-selection. I think it's going to create confusion now if they instigate that. So I think they're going to wait next year to do that. So be ready for that. There's also a lot of people hoping that there will be some kind of change when it comes to the dates for India. But so far the dates are not moving that great, although the visa bulletin came out. So I will recommend that if you get a chance to move to another visa, for example, not visa, but the green card, waiting line on EB1, either EB1A, EB1B, or EB1C, I will recommend that you do that. EB1A, we mentioned that a lot for 2 weeks with Lieutenant Sharif, where basically we can get you on an EB1A without you even knowing. Sometimes you might qualify. So let us check on that. And if you need help again, 510-742-5887. And I think Michael is telling me we have one caller, right, Michael? This is Shah. You'll have an air. Hello. Okay. So I think we lost the caller. So let me give you the phone number: 510-657. 510-657-1170. 510-657-1170. And if you need help on a private consultation, feel free to reach out to us at 510-742-5887. So let me continue, Michael, and let me know if the callers call back. So I wanted to first of all, to thank you all for your kind wishes. As you know, we have been doing this show for a long time, and I have people calling me. I just had someone calling me from Ohio who listened to the show. So all those who are listening online, thank you very much for listening. And feel free to call 510-657-1170. So what I'm going to talk about now is a few things that has been happening. Number one, we are seeing a lot of denials, and it's going on and on and on. And most of the denials are reflecting one thing: a specialty occupation or employer-employee relationship, especially when it comes to IT consulting firms when you are filing with them. Because the truth is that we are having so many things happening on the immigration side. For one, it seems like the immigration wanted to really kind of change the dynamic of the H-1B and basically change the meaning of a specialty occupation. And as such, what they did, they made it harder and harder for people to actually deal with the issue of specialty occupation. So I will recommend that if you're doing, let me take that one caller first. This is Shah, you're live on air.
Hi, Shah. I have a quick question.
Yes.
Recently, I have traveled to India, and while coming back at the port of entry, even though my visa is valid for 3 years, I was given, short time because of my passport expiry, like it is valid only 1 year.
Yes.
So now if I renew my passport here, and what would be my options to, get the I-94 corrected?
Okay. That's a very good question because this is very common. Whenever you're coming back, make sure you have a longer term of passport. And make sure you check your I-94 because you're lucky in your case, you check your I-94, but many people don't. So there used to be 3 options actually, but one of them is kind of gone. One, you can try to go to the CBP office once you get the new passport and ask them if they will be willing to extend that I-94 to the date. It used to work, like I said, back in the days, but now, lately I have not seen it work. So you can always try that one. You go to the CBP office, you show them the new passport and ask them to extend it. The second option, of course, is to go ahead and file a new I-129 and do an extension. And that will be the option you'll have to take if you don't want to leave the country. And the third option is just to travel outside, take both of the passports, show the stamp, come back, they will give you a new I-94. Hello? Are you there?
Okay.
Hello?
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ari. Thank you for asking that question. This is something very common, and I take the opportunity to mention that whenever you're traveling inside the U.S., especially on a visa, as soon as you enter, I recommend you go online, you punch in your passport number on the I-94 of the travel State Department. Make sure you get the exact date of your I-94. The reason for that, a lot of people, what they do, they miss that. And Michael wants me to give the phone number again, 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170. And I was mentioning, if you're coming back from any country and you're coming back on a visa, make sure you check what the date, because what happens many times, people, especially people on H-1B, they think that the date which is on their 797 is what controls. And the truth is that it doesn't control once you leave the country. So when you come back, you get a new I-94. So make sure that I-94 is what counts. So that's what's going to control your stay in the U.S. So double check if the dates are right, or they give you a shorter time. They will usually not give you longer time, although I've seen that too. But they will give you shorter time if you have, for example, I've seen cases where people have a problem on their passport. Most of the time it's the passport expiring, and that's why you get this problem. Let me take another call. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in air. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Hello?
can hear you perfectly.
Yeah. Hello,
Yes,
sir.
right.
Thanks for taking my call. My question is this. My green card is in progress, but my son will be turning 21. So once he turns 21, he has to go to a student visa. And suppose after a couple of years, I get my green card. So in that case, will my son also get green card, or he has to follow entire process from beginning like I did?
It all depends. Did you file the adjustment of status already for him?
No. I'm just asking this question. My green card priority is way back in 2016.
Okay.
So I'll take a long time.
Yeah, then definitely if he turns 21 and you get the green card and he doesn't get the advantage of Child Status Protection Act, which he will not probably get in your case if he's going to turn 21 soon.
So
then when you become a green card holder, you have to file for him as a green card holder, refile it.
Okay. But if I get my green card before he turns 21, then he will also get green card, right?
Yes. Well, even a little bit he turns 21, for example, he might be able to get, he doesn't really get it on I-140 because Child Status Protection Act works different way. But yeah, before he turns 21, you get it, he gets it with you. Okay.
But after 21, I have to file a new application for green card.
Yes, you have to apply as a green card holder for an unmarried son. And if he gets married, you cannot file for him. Okay.
And generally, how long it takes to get a green card in that situation currently?
A lot, 6 to 8 years.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you better
All right,
get
sir.
something for him separate. Good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you.
Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in air. Hello.
Hi, Shah. Hi, Shah. Good morning.
Good morning, Suresh. How are you?
Good. How are you? Shah, actually, my 485 is pending with USCIS, and my interview is done. It's been coming to be 1 year. I approached the congressman, as you said last time, and the congressman, when they inquired, they said due to some review with public safety and national security related compliance issues, so my file is in review, and they're not giving any timeline. And I just have questions like, what could be the review that they're doing? Like, is it like a name check or something like that? Or, and what could be the timeline that I can expect with my case?
Okay, that's the first part I can answer, the security check. What you're going through is something that has been going on for years now. It's under a program called CARP, C-A-A-R-P. What it does is pretty much go and check on people's background. It's kind of, unfortunately, this program is very quote-unquote racist, I call it, because it targets certain people from certain countries. Like, for example, if you're from the Middle East or if you're from India, they target you and they pick you randomly, and they will do what we call a security check.
Okay.
There's no way to tell how much time they can take. I've seen cases that take 2 years. I've seen cases that they get it done within 3 months. So
2 years?
Two options. Number one, the congressman. And if the congressman doesn't work, the only last option left is to sue the government. It's called a writ of mandamus. But not every lawyer does that. I used to do a lot of them, but I don't do them anymore because it's done in federal court. You have to sue. And most people don't want to sue the government. So apart from that, these are the only two options, or just wait and see what happens.
So it might take up to a couple of years. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it can. Because the security background check is done not by the USCIS. I think they're being done by the CIA and the NSA and things like that.
Okay.
It's nothing
and
to do with you. It's just randomly they can pick you. And once you're in that, you get stuck for a little bit.
Okay. So will I be able to travel using my advance parole in that case?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Unless you committed some crime, you should not have any problem. It's just the system is registering you for an advance check.
Okay. And regarding the job change, is that okay to change the job with similar
because
job?
You have an EAD, right?
Yeah, I'm an EAD.
But make sure that you do an AC-21 if you're shifting. Okay, that means you have to file a supplement J.
Okay, I will consult your office on that one.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Let me take another caller. I think I have Manoj. Hi, Manoj. This is Shah. Hello. Hello. Hi. Is this Manoj?
Hi. Last year, your voice is breaking.
I'm not talking right now, so go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So last year in 2017, one employer filed an H1 for my wife. She got an RFE and they replied to it in October 2017. But still then, it's still in, we got your response and we will work once it is, we have time. That's what is the pending status yet. So if we are filing for a H1 in this year, will there be any problem, or what is the, do we need to report that, or how does that work?
Let me get it right. Your wife had an H1 file in 2017, right?
Yeah.
And then since then, you never got an answer, right? There was an RFE, that's all. Right? Hello? Okay. I think I'll answer the question offline, Michael. So let me, if I got it right, this first, I think Manoj was asking if his wife filed an H1B with this company, the case got an RFE, and then it's still pending. and can he file another H-1B this year under the new quota? The answer is yes, but not with the same company. So if company A filed for the previous one, unless you withdraw the previous one, you cannot file with the same company A another H-1B. So I repeat that. You cannot file another H-1B with the same company unless you cancel the previous one. But you can file with company B and get an H-1B there. So if that answers your question, I hope I was able to answer. Otherwise, give me a call at the office, 510-742-5887. Let me take another caller, Michael. Hello, is it Dasha?
Yes,
hello.
hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hello, you're live on air. Go ahead.
Good morning, and thank you for taking my call.
Good morning.
So my question is, my passport is expiring in April of this year, but I have a valid visa till 2020. So my question is it okay if I travel outside the country for a few weeks? And if so, is it safe to do so?
Yeah, of course. Just because, okay, well, your passport is expiring 2019, and
yes,
right? Yeah,
yes.
It is safe to travel as long as just make sure you have at least 6 months on the passport when you come back, just to be on the safe side. Although the law doesn't require that.
So that's the thing. I don't have 6 months. It expires in April.
Oh, okay. Well, where are you traveling? Can you get another passport when you're there?
So I'm right now in the process for renewing my passport, but I don't know how long would they take to get.
Well, can you just pay the expedited fee? I think they have expedited fee. You're from India, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they charge like $200 or $300. They will do it pretty fast.
So okay.
I'll do that. Get it done. I'm not sure. Okay, I might be wrong, but I remember compliance told me if you pay a little bit extra, they will do an expedited. So contact the embassy, get it done, because with less than 6 months, you might get some headache to come back. Or when you travel outside, let's say you go to India, get a new passport and then come back. By the way, you have to carry both passports because one has a visa, one doesn't. So make sure you do that.
Okay. All right.
Good.
Thank you.
Take care. Let me take another one. This is Shah Peerally. You are live in air.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for calling me. Thanks for taking up my call. This is Prabhu. So,
hi, how are you?
Yeah, I have a question that, I'm working in a company A with H-1B, and that is H-1B is going to over, 6 years is going to over by January 22nd, okay, this January. But RFE in progress. My I-140 is already expired, so RFE in progress. So company A has already responded to the RFE. I have an approved I-140 with the company B. So I'm working on the transfer with the company B, H1 transfer. But the company B is saying that we cannot file a new petition as already it is pending with the company A. So is that true?
Okay. What do you mean is pending with company A?
Oh, sorry?
Your company A has filed an extension for you?
Yeah, extension, correct.
Okay. And your I-94 is
expired. That is expired.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're kind of right, because what you're doing, if you do a transfer, you cannot really do a transfer on a pending H1 extension. If the I-94 was expired, you could have just merged with that. But there is a way to try this. It's called a bridge. You can claim that this one is pending and try to do it. Unfortunately, the bridge is a risky business, so it can get approved or not get approved. So it is possible. Now, the problem is that when they file it as a lawyer, if you want to claim what we call AC-21 Section 105, if I'm not mistaken, you need to show that you're doing what we call a bona fide transfer. Bona fide transfer means it's a genuine transfer. So if the lawyer doesn't feel comfortable doing that, you're going to have an issue, because he needs to claim a bridge for you and on that pending extension, and then transfer you on that. However, you can still do what we call a new employment. The problem with that, new employment H-1B, is you won't be able to start working from day one when you file it. So it is doable, but it's a little bit tricky to do it.
Okay. So can I continue to work on company A now after 6 years of completion?
Yeah, because you have a pending extension. You can file a transfer with company B, wait for the approval, then move with them.
Not with company B, like a company A.
Yeah, I was saying, you continue work for company A, I'm sorry. Okay.
Even though after 6 years?
Yeah. So, well, you have an I-140 approved, right? Plus they file an extension. So as long as the extension is pending and you don't pass 240 days, you can continue working.
Yes.
But once you pass
not cross the
days,
not cross the 240 days. Okay.
I'm sorry?
Not cross the 240 days. 240 days will be crossed by March 30th.
Once you reach 240 days, the case is pending. You can continue staying here, but you cannot now.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
If you need any help, call us 510-742-5887. Thank you so much. I have more callers, Michael. This is Shah Peerally. You'll have any? Hello. Okay. So I don't know if I have more callers. The number to the studio is 510-651-1170. This is Shah Peerally. You'll have any? Okay. So, Michael, let's hold on a little bit. I'm going to talk about debt settlement, then I'll take more callers if I have time. I don't know how much time I'm left, so let me know. So, I wanted to check with people. Right now, there's a chance that the market will crash because there was an article, I think, on Forbes or something, stating that it has started already in Dallas and is going to move upward, going to several states. So, a lot of people are finding themselves in situations where they're going to have huge mortgages on their houses, first and second loans. And if this happens, we'll be here for you to help if you need help with the settlement of the second mortgage, not the first one. At the second one, feel free to call our office, 510-742-5887. The website to check yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. We can also do the same for credit cards. For example, let's say you have a credit card, you owe $10,000 on it. We might be able to settle it for maybe maybe $1,000 or $2,000, and you get they will pretty much kind of clear the rest. What we are doing here is what we call a debt settlement. A debt settlement is very different, by the way, than a debt consolidation. Okay. Debt consolidation, don't touch it. I don't know. I don't know if they still do those, but we used to see them back at night on the TV when I was watching TV, and they were talking about this debt settlement, not debt settlement, but debt consolidation. But a lot of people get burnt into that because most people are not able to even meet the minimum requirement. So we don't do that. What we do is a negotiation between two parties. Like, for example, we do what we call pre-litigation, or even during a litigation we can negotiate. And we talk to them, we show the leverage, etc., and we negotiate and get you a deal. And we have done thousands of those cases. Feel free to check yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. We can help you. And, of course, for the second mortgage, the house has to be underwater. And so far, the Bay Area houses are not really underwater, but there's a chance it will be coming. And also for credit cards, that's another one we help a lot of people on settling their debt. So feel free to reach out, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And I think we have one caller. Let me take one more caller. This is Shah Peerally. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi. This is Yes.
Yes, sure. Thanks for taking my call. I have a question.
You're welcome.
So right now I am on H1 visa, and I want to ask, what is the best way to move to H4 and continue working on H1 until I get my H4 EAD?
Okay. So you're planning to file H4 and H4 EAD, right?
Yes, together.
Okay. So the best is to probably kind of stay here. Don't go outside because there are two ways to do that. You can go outside, get a stamp of H4 and come back. Or you do a change of status from here. The best is to do it from here. File the H4 and the H4 EAD, and if you need help, we can help you on that. And as long as the H4 is pending, forget about the EAD, the H4 is pending, you can continue working on the H4. But the day the H4 gets approved, you cannot continue working. So that's basically how it works.
Okay.
Hello?
Can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead. We have another 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So can I apply for H4 and H4 EAD with my spouse H1 amendment? We are moving to different states, so is that doable?
Yes, of course, and actually that's what's recommended. But this is the thing: if the amendment gets denied, they might get confused and deny this one too. So that's one other thing, because you don't really have to, you're attached just to an H1B. It doesn't matter if the amendment is approved or not, as long as the H1B you're attached to is not revoked. So it's recommended to file it together just to be on the safe side.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Good luck. So, Michael, I think I won't be able to take any callers now. We're almost done with the show. I think we have a few more minutes to go before Amit comes. So let me know how much time we have. Let me kind of conclude today. The shutdown is going on, by the way, and it's let me repeat that. The shutdown is going on, and things are getting hectic, especially in court, because USCIS is not closing down. The second thing I wanted to mention, I have this fundraiser going on. We have this fundraiser for this girl who was an F1 here, and basically needs your support. And she has a brain stroke. And if you go and GoFundMe, support Shri Harsha. Please donate generously, and she needs your help. So I wanted to ask you also now what's going on for the H1B. A lot of people are still kind of confused what's going to happen, but until we get news, so until then we will assume that everything is the same. So get ready for your H1B, and if you need help, you're a company or you're an individual, you want us to handle the case, feel free to reach out, 510-742-5887. You can also email info@peerallylaw.com, info@peerallylaw.com. The other thing that I mentioned earlier is that unfortunately it seems like more children were basically detained at the border, and they just appeared, and this is kind of getting more and more heartbreaking with all the problems, the shutdown, the immigrants, the list goes on. Every day pretty much now, I don't know if it is the media that is doing that or it's just reality. We are hearing only bad news. Either this one wants to go to war with this one, the other one wants to go to war with this one, or there's already a war. And that's the worst part of it. So it's not, we are living in very tough times now. So at the end of the day, it's what we make of it. And a lot of people still coming to the U.S., even all the difficulties. So don't get discouraged. We are still getting a lot of approvals. We are also getting, of course, denials, but not that many, like you might think. So if you need help, 510-742-5887 and info@peerallylaw.com. So I'm going to continue today then. We will be taking some more calls. I think Amit is not coming today, so I was getting ready for that. So let us continue. 510-657-1170. We might be able to take a few more callers. And I was talking, of course, about debt settlement earlier, so I kind of shortened it. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that because this is very, very relevant, because a lot of people in the Bay Area are getting ready for some kind of crash or some kind of issues coming up when it comes to houses. And we remember the days in 2007 when things suddenly just went down. And we wanted to let you know that we have many things happening out there. So please make sure that you kind of go ahead and work with an attorney now to do your case. don't just kind of try to do things on your own, unfortunately. I used to tell people, this you can do on your own, this one you can do on your own. You still can, but be careful, at least get it reviewed by an attorney or do have a consultation with an attorney. And for us, you can call 510-742-5887. Michael, can you still hear me? I don't know if you can still hear me. So I wanted to let you know that we have so many things going on the immigration side and also on the debt settlement. So and then since Amit is not coming today, so we'll continue the show and we'll still. So I might be able to take one more caller, Michael. Do you have any caller right now? 657-510-657-1170, 510-657-1170. But if you're not able to reach us on this number, call our office, 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And I wanted to talk to you also now about what's going on when I talked a little bit about debt settlement, but we wanted also to talk about what happens next this year. What will happen to H4, H4 EAD? Because this is the $1 million question that everybody is asking me. I don't know. That's the answer. All I know is they are planning to take it away, but I think with the shutdown, with all the things going on, everything just was put on hold, which is for the better for all of us. So for those, even though they're planning to take it away, doesn't mean it's gone. There will be a lot of lawsuits. There will be a lot of things happening before it goes away. And for those who already have it, they might be able to keep it until terms or even extend it one time. So don't panic. And if you get a chance to file an H4 EAD, feel free to do it because H4 EAD gives a lot of flexibility and it has a lot of more power. And so at this point in time, only thing I know is that there is a lawsuit, and also there is a situation of basically the government not really caring if the H4 EAD goes away and actually are planning to take it away. And ultimately, we have all those things going on H4 where people are really kind of scared. But, hey, personally, I think it's a good option. I think we have one caller, Michael. This is Shah Peerally, 11 here.
Hey, Shah, this is Amit.
Hey, Amit, how are you, Amit? I think you're back. So, Amit, I'll let you close then. I think you have another, I don't know how many minutes, Michael. So I think you have 9 minutes to go. So anything I told you, ladies and gentlemen, today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to our office, 510-742-5887. So, Amit, I'll let you finish